Not as well as your character will.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Hello. Oh, there we go. We're having some technical difficulties tonight for some reason. So let's hear it loud again for ZeroPointRadio.com. We're glad to be here tonight. Sorry we're late. We're going to start at 8 o'clock. We're having some technical difficulties. We've got to get the live feed up, and the live feeds are hard to get up. We've been trying to get these things going on. We're going to hopefully get them going on soon because people are clamoring for the live show that we'll be doing on ZeroPointRadio.com. And we're glad that you're all coming out here tonight. A lot of things we want to address. Some things we're going to get right into. We're going to jump into it in just a minute. Let's go right to the slides tonight. And to start things off with the slides, tonight's show is called The Dark Side of Conspiracy Theory. The reason why I want to do this show is because there are a number of things that have been going down lately in the midst of all the reporting that's been going on online. And there's been things going on in the media that I want you to be aware of. And some things that are going down now that you really, really have to pay attention to because it's happening so fast. And it's happening out of control. People are not going to believe what I'm about to tell them. Okay? And so, and a lot of it has to do with some of the shows we've done in the past here at Ground Zero. And, you know, a lot of people are diehards that come in here all the time, have seen all the shows, they've known what we've been talking about. Some of you are new. For those of you that are new to the Ground Zero Lounge is an open forum where we all talk about the news, what's all going on, getting the news before it is news. And a lot of stuff you're hearing here, you probably won't hear on MSNBC, CBS, or ABC, or any of those places because we are where it begins. We are at Ground Zero. We started here at Dante's. Give Dante's a round of applause for putting us here. Very happy about that. By the way, drink yourself a beer, get yourself a slice of pizza, because that's what you're here for tonight. Please do that, and be sure to tip your waitresses and your waiters and those people that are keeping you full of beer and full of pizza, because that's what it's all about. So, the Ground Zero Lounge is an open forum. We have two microphones. We've got one right here and one right here. And what it is I don't take kind of hecklers. So if you are uncomfortable with what I have to say, please, I want you to tell me about it on the microphones. Don't shout things out to me because the audience is listening on the internet at ZeroPointRadio.com cannot hear it. So we have to hear your views and your opinions so that we can respond to them. Okay, so let's get right into the show because we've been running a little bit long and we're running a little bit delayed. We're sorry about the delay. We're going to go right into what I have to say tonight. First of all, last week the Ground Zero Lounge was reporting about socialism and how and why it has crept into the Zeitgeist. We here at the Ground Zero Lounge always try to inform you about what seems to be what is hiding underneath the radar in order for you to ready and be aware of what might be coming up in the conversation or the mainstream news. Now, when Ground Zero reports what we report or talk about what we talk about, it is done for the strict sense of information. You can call it conspiracy theory, you can call it speculation, you can call it bullshit, whatever you want to call it. Ground Zero is always on top of the news before it hits the framed narrative. We're calling it the frame narrative. What they put inside the box for you to believe. What they serve to you in the mainstream news and the mainstream narrative. We try to surpass that by getting you the information before it happens and letting you know that things are brewing in the background. Okay? Things are going on and it's like it's a planned process. Case in point. The media right now is concerned about posters that are popping up all over the country. The posters show Obama in Joker death makeup. The posters have captions pertaining to socialism. This one is on a Kentucky Fried Chicken near Atlanta. This is the Marietta Chicken, the big chicken in Georgia. It's a big landmark. Apparently this picture was on there, and the poster is huge, and it says, "Why so socialist?" Now, yeah, you want to applaud that, you can applaud that. By the way, we need like applause if you like what you're hearing, so. Okay. Good. Also, these have popped up all over Los Angeles. Okay? These have popped up all over Los Angeles. Socialism, with Obama in Joker, face paint, grease paint, that sort of thing. It's very frightening for those of you that have been to Ground Zero Lounges when we talked about this very thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, I think feudalism is a better term.
Okay, feudalism. Give him a hand for that. That's true. What I want to point out to you, though, is I want to point out to you the Ground Zero Lounge, what have we been talking about this whole year? We talked about Hex Death, we talked about the face paint, we talked about Heath Ledger, we talked about what that represented. We talked about the Joker, we've talked about those memes and how they're going into the zeitgeist, they're becoming part of our lives, okay? We talked about socialism last week with Social Schism and Barack Obama. Now we're mixing the memes together, okay? Now we all know, and I hope something happens with this, we all know what the significance of the death face paint is, don't we? By applause? Yeah. This, to me, is not just a joke with Obama's face as the Joker's talking about socialism. This, to me, represents a death threat because of what it signifies. And for those of you that are Ground Zero fans, you know that what I've talked about with the face paint, it's not a clown makeup, it's called death paint. Okay, it's reds, it's blacks, it's whites. These are colors that clowns don't wear. There's a reason why they chose those colors for the Dark Knight. There's a reason why people who've chosen those colors have wound up dying. Okay? And we pointed this out. Alright? We pointed this out also in the Michael Jackson case, where his face was that way. It was disfigured to look like a clown, disfigured to look like the Joker or the trickster. Now we're disfiguring our president and we're saying socialism, or why so socialist? These memes are carrying and they're very serious. An interesting turn of events have happened just recently when a Democrat lawyer by the name of Orly Tates has now presented a birth certificate that allegedly shows that Barack Obama was born in Kenya, and it's certified. Now this lawyer, Orly Tates, a Democrat, not a Republican, has presented this. Now, we have talked about on several shows that the mainstream media wants you to believe this is a right-wing conspiracy. The right wing is doing this. They are not doing this. They're a group of people that are showing that it's not a right-wing conspiracy, that it's not the birthers who are right-wing, who are anti-black, or racist, or anti-Semitic. This has nothing to do with it, all right? But I don't know if it has anything, and I'm not saying that it's getting to the truth either, because I don't know what the motive is. But one thing that I do know is if they do prove that Obama was not born in the United States, he was born in Kenya, and I told you that it doesn't matter because of what the circumstances were with his birth. If this happens, we will find ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, in a constitutional crisis. Okay? That is, if anybody gives a shit about a constitutional crisis anymore in this socialist country we live in now. Okay?